There is a major challenge at the moment in the police nationally. We're seeing alarming figures come out of IPID and other reports around firearms lost. 103 firearms in SAPS lost over 3 years, and more than 1 million rounds of ammunition. You will often hear me lament when we are taking thousands of firearms off the street. 900 firearms in the last 2 years, around 2,400 firearms in the last 4 years that we have taken off the streets, with firearm arrests and the confiscation of these illegal firearms. And then the question naturally arises, where are all these guns coming from, and why can National Crime Intelligence and the investigative processes nationally not put a stop to this? Where is this endless supply coming from? Some light is shed by IPID reports when you realize that a significant number of these firearms come from within the police environment itself. 103 firearms lost by the South African police in 3 years, and more worryingly, 1 million rounds of ammunition in a year, about 10 million rounds over 10 years. And that is a major cause, so much so that I've personally contacted the Provincial Commissioner some time ago and said that the city is willing to support and cooperate with investigative processes to try and track and trace where those rounds of ammunition are coming from. Because the stealing the firearm is one thing, but these same criminals must have endless supply to new ammunition that they're buying somewhere illegally or through badly controlled processes. And this is critical that we get behind that. And that we shut down those supply lines so that the gangsters cannot carry on shooting and murdering across our city. So today I set some time aside just to come and do some oversight around our firearm auditing and training processes. We often say to the public that if we cannot protect our officers cannot protect the public. If we can't secure the safety of our officers, if we allow officers to be injured or murdered, and we do nothing about it or don't have an effective response, those officers can't guarantee the safety of the public. If we don't clean in front of our own back door, if we do not effect proper firearm management, we can't expect our officers to be enforcing the laws pertaining to firearm control amongst the public. So firearm control is critical. How those firearms are used and how they are stored, how they are audited, all those things are incredibly important and put a great deal of emphasis on them, and we are extensively audited on them.
We would uphold the highest standards of firearms and compliance and safety within the city. Over the past 2.5 years, we have processed only 2 cases of lost and stolen firearms, thanks to strict protocols in place within the city. However, one incident is one too many. With nearly 4,000 permit holders, each officer undergoes vetting when applying take-home permits and must sustain competency on an annual basis with training. Our primary focus remains on strict adherence to the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, its regulations, and SANS 953, 1, 2 and 3 standards. We mandate annual competency to all our staff to ensure ongoing proficiency and compliance. Our inventory management system, comprehensive training programs and strict protocols are designed to prevent negligence and loss. In case of negligence, we follow SAPS 102 and 103 processes alongside our internal disciplinary measures. Officers are held accountable for their issued firearms and ammunition, facing strict consequences if the processes lapse. Our commitment to safety and accountability ensures that we maintain the highest standards in firearm management.
Up. Make sure it's in the shoulder, in the shoulder.
We recently had our accreditation reviewed and renewed by the Firearms Professional Trainers Council, and our accreditation all the way up to category 5 has been reinforced. We are continuing with the delivery of both basic handgun, shotgun and rifle. We do on average about 400 people a month in terms of refresher handgun training. And we are sitting here at the moment with 3 ranges, fully accredited ranges at this range. I'm Deputy Chief Bradley Lakay. I'm the Dean of the Public Safety Training College.